Brad, first, congrats on the win. And second, now that it's at least the game part is over, how are you feeling about how everything went tonight?
First, praise my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. And for me, tonight was awesome. To be back in a city that has, helped me grow as a man. From drafting me on my 19th birthday, and being here for 11 years, there was a lot of good memories, man. And that tribute video was awesome. I was more than appreciative of it. It just reminded me of everything on and off the floor that I've contributed and encountered, and just took a moment to embrace it, be a little selfish in that regard, and just embrace what I've done here. And tonight was awesome. Tonight was awesome.
And then obviously once the game started, you got started. Just maybe speak to how you were able to get cooking early.
I guess I know this gym a little bit. But for me it was, I haven't shot it too well the last few games, and it was just good to be able to just get in a good flow and good rhythm, and what better place to do it than your old home. So I was just fortunate, man. My teammates were encouraging, uplifting, and they really wanted to get the win for me too. So that was a big feeling, and to just get going, like you said, man, it was crazy. Once the ball was in the air, it was just like a normal game. It was just a normal game, and I enjoyed every moment of it, and just enjoyed the process, enjoyed the fun.
Did the mask bother you at all tonight?
Honestly, ironically, it didn't.
Uh-huh.
It didn't. Like, it was another thing I did. I didn't take it off as much. I just kind of kept it on a lot and just try not to fiddle with it, and just like it's gonna be on, so go out and do what you can do.
Last thing I had, 'cause I know a lot of people obviously want to ask you questions. Seemed like I saw the fun you had. The joy was here tonight. Smiling at the crowd, one little smirk you gave at one point, hanging on the rim, pointing. How much fun was tonight for you?
It was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. Just from embracing the crowd, the trash talkers in the crowd, and just former teammates and staff that you're playing against, and they try to take everything away from you and do everything in their power to make it difficult for you. And it's always fun, man. And just to see the growth of Denny, of Gaff, and of those guys, I'm super proud of them and them constantly getting better. And the sky's the limit for them. I'm just beyond happy, especially those two, man. They worked their tails off. Johnny's constantly working his tail off. He's getting better. And, it's just a testament to when I was here. It was that type of relationship still. I was pushing them still, and it's cool to see them take a little leap in their game.
Because you traded jerseys with Denny, right?
Yeah. I got a Denny jersey. I got a Denny jersey for sure. And Denny's taking a step, man. He's gotten a lot better. The sky's the limit for him, and he'll just continue to get better, man. He's a big body. He can shoot it, and he's a willing defender, which is super underrated for him. So, I hope he continues to keep his head down, stay humble, and keep working.
Bradley, would you say it was kind of weird to play here as a visitor?
Yes and no. It wasn't really weird. It's weird going to a different locker room and things like that, but it's a game. It's the same game I've been playing. It's just a different team. It doesn't change much, man. It's kind of felt natural, honestly, just being on that floor, because I'm used to the line. Like, I know where the lines were. I knew where everything was, like, without even having a second guess. But it just kind of felt like a normal game, man. Yeah.
Given that this team did trade you, how important was it to you to play as well as you did tonight?
I didn't want to play well for that reason. The team made its decision. It was a mutual decision back in the summer, and it wasn't a spiteful or like a disgusting, divorce. Like, it was a good separation. Like, there's no hard feelings in it. Sure. But it wasn't on my mind the whole night. It was just get the win. We want to finish our road trip off strong, because we slipped up in some games, and we wanted to definitely make sure we capitalized before we went back home.
what degree of love did you feel from the crowd pregame and then during introductions and then when a couple trash talkers apparently?
It's a lot, man. It was a lot. From, hell, being in the hotel, arriving in the city, to seeing security at the airport, to the bus drivers, to getting to the hotel and seeing local people in D.C. And, like, it was a very cool experience the last few days. Being back in the building, the same thing, like the security guards, people who take care of this building on a daily basis. You guys, interacting with you guys, crossing paths with you, like that was fun. It's good to be able to see a lot of familiar faces. It kind of just motivated me to play a little bit harder too. Just being appreciative for everything everybody's ever done for me here. Being appreciative for where I am and the team that I'm on now, and what we're able to do and what we're trying to achieve, and just trying to go out there and be the best version of me I can be, and help this team win. So it was fun, man.
Brad, being that this is your first time playing for a different team in your career, what has that transition been like for you?
It's been a transition. I mean, it's been an adjustment for sure. You go from, being very ball dominant to now you share that dominance with two other guys, and three, including Nurk. 3 other guys, and it's a sacrifice, and it's also an adjustment of learning your different role. My role is totally different here than what it was. So it's a process, but it's one that's been really working really well for us. I mean, we're still trying to be a healthy team and all in one. I think we've only collectively played 20-some odd games together healthy. So it's a little sample size, but we've had a lot of success in that, and we know what we can do. We know what we can continue to get better at, and we're just pushing towards that every day.
And then you said it was a mutual separation from the Wizards. Did you feel like it was time for you to go down a different path, or what made you feel like that might have been the best decision?
It was kind of a little bit of both. I mean, it was definitely a kind of where are we going from here, position of, the status of where we were as a team and potential guys we can actually sign, given the status at the time. And then it was kind of me being selfish and what I want to do with my career, how long I had left in my career on my deal and things of that nature, and just kind of how I want to foresee that. And it just all worked out well. Mike and Will were awesome in their transition of taking over the team, and I think they'll continue to do a lot of good things here in D.C. And it was very plain and simple for everybody. But I mean, it wasn't a distasteful thing, or wasn't anything out of spite or a bad feeling, agreeing to do so. But I mean, you still have your sentimental, emotional ties here for sure that you miss.
Brad, you talked about the transition from being asked to do everything here to being one of a three-headed monster, what Frank said. Is that almost, I doubt it, but is that almost a relief, or how do you react to that? How do you emotionally adjust to that? Are you like...
Hold on, buddy.
Are you having to put ego aside? Just what's going on in your mind with that?
Oh, for sure. The ego's out the door. I mean, the moment I decided to leave DC, it was like, you have to understand you're going into a situation that, hell, Book was me in Phoenix. He's been there 9 years, so, you're going somewhere where you're helping another guy uplift his team and uplift him as a player and uplift his status. And we have K. It's one of the best to ever touch a ball, so for me, it's how do I fit into that? And the thing I love the most about them two is they tell me to be me. Like, we need you to be yourself. Like, we didn't bring you here to do anything other than that, and so that's very encouraging to me. That's very uplifting, and that's what kind of helps mold and make that transition a lot smoother when you have guys who are selfless like that.
Brad, back here. Just I don't know. I doubt it was a game plan, but was there a general understanding of your teammates to kind of get you the ball and give you a chance to put up 43 points today?
It wasn't like something we talked about in the locker room, but you can kind of sense the energy of the team. Like that's what we were going to do. And I'm not mad at it. Hell.
Brad, what does this community in the city mean to you?
A lot, man. The city's awesome. Like I said, it's a team that drafted me at 19, and I remember walking on F Street and walking into this building the first time, and it's always been home to me, man. It's been an unbelievable ride, the highs and the lows, good and bad. You know, I've embraced it all here, and just being involved in the community and the people that you meet and the relationships you build. I think that's one of the things I miss dearly. You know, there's a lot of truly genuine good people here. Unbelievable place for me to raise my family and get that started, and you know, I'm just super blessed, man. I've had a great 11 years here, man. That's unheard of to be in one place for one time, you know. So I'm just happy for it. Yeah.
What did it mean to you to hear all those cheers from the crowd as you exited the game?
It was awesome, man. It was similar to the video, you know. Just makes you feel appreciated, missed, and it's definitely uplifting. You know, it encourages me to continue to be who I am, be humble, continue to give back to the community, continue to be impactful as best I can.
Brad, it was almost 4 years ago you and Tosh led that march.
Mm-hmm.
And I just wonder what your memories were of that day and kind of like what that meant to you in terms of being a part of the city and being a part of what was going on at that time and being a voice in the city.
Yeah, the Juneteenth march was I always credit Tasha for that, because she was the biggest voice in getting us all acclimated and making sure that we said something and we actually did something. And that day specifically was one of the most powerful days probably in our organization. Just to be up front speaking in front of those people, like it was it's hard to put in words, man. Like for me, I was like definitely in the moment, understanding just a tough time we were in as a society, and here being in DC, like we have a community that's impacted by, you know, unjust systems, by a lot of unfairness in our communities, and poverty communities, financial disadvantages. Like there's a lot, you know, and so the city needed a voice, you know, and as much as people look up to us, as much as we may not like it, we are role models, we are celebrities, we are the voice of a lot of people, and a simple, you know, nod from us or a simple gesture from us goes a long way, you know. And I just thank Tosh again she encouraged me to make sure that I did and was on the forefront of being a voice for the team and being a voice for those who aren't hurt, you know. Whether things get done or not, you know, it's obviously up to those who have the ultimate control, but you can't not say anything, you can't not do anything and, you know, say you're affected by something. You know, I think it's important that you put your foot forward and give back and speak up as best you can, because there's a lot of people who don't have that voice, a lot of people who can have access and reach to those that we can.
Thanks, Brad.
No problem.